Dante's discussion.
Welcome back to the last Dark Souls 2 Dante's discussion answers. That's right. Answers. It's over. Last one, Dark Souls 2. Dead to me. Done. Get bled, get dead. But if you remember, the last question I posed was which is better, higher level or lower level PvP? And I didn't get many replies. And I think part of it was because Dark Souls 3 came out and people were like, I'm done with that game. Get dead. Who cares? I'm out. Whatever. So I didn't get many replies, which could be good. Maybe you want the shorter video. Maybe you want the very few replies. Very few short and sweet, awesome replies. Let's just get right into it on YouTube. MC Rex says, I'd like to have something nice to contribute, but gotta save us all. The first horse. He's got to save us from all the first horse. Thank you. There you go. You're first. You're welcome. Next up, we have on Fextra Life, which is better. Scar85 says, definitely lower level. Where's the point in high levels when everyone can use everything? It's just kind of boring and not very exciting at all, because you know from the beginning that the other one can use likely everything or just one-shots you. Low level means different builds and almost every time a bit more excitement due to the fact that you have more intense battles. I definitely disagree with this. It's like they didn't even read or watch anything that I posted. Like I put bulletin points in the comments saying these are the reasons why I think it's good and bad. He just disregarded, like that's straight up not true. Well, at least for me, it's not true. It's kind of boring when anyone can use anything they want. How the hell is that boring? You don't know what they're going to use. That's exciting to me. It's not like, oh, I see this guy's build. He's using a S-Stock or he's using Ice Rapier as low-level build, so he's got to be Flynn's and he's got to use Old Leo. That, to me, is boring. You know exactly what the hell they're going to do. With higher level, you don't know. Like, this was very strange to me. I just don't even understand his thinking. Like, that literally, to me, just seems wrong. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Put it in the comments below. That's I didn't understand that comment personally. I just it just didn't make sense to me. All right, whatever. Next up. Let's go next. Peacock says both. It's not so much the levels I find fun, it's the players within those levels. There's a lot of fun players in the max tiers and a lot of fun players in the lower and middle tiers. Also, if you're on PC, you don't have to worry about a gape ring. Just back up your save and revert back. I find that I will roam through low, medium, and high tiers just for the variety of different players that are there. Yeah, that's awesome. Obviously the Master Race PC, you can do a lot more interesting stuff there as far as saves and whatnot, because you can edit things and do stuff like that you can't do on the console. So yeah, I definitely understand backing it up. That is cool. And I love that you think, and it is true, I think for the most part, that players and player styles vary from tier to tier. There's a certain different type of play in lower level than higher level. And I think that's awesome that you went around and went to every tier and was like, hey, let's see what these guys are doing. And you sort of got the whole scope of the entire game, which I find pretty awesome. Good on you. Next up, we have Keeter, I think. I have preferences for medium tier 200 still builds, but no serious weaknesses. In general, build matters more at low level and skill matters at high level. An Ouroboros or Giant Dad can outperform a better player by stats alone. It's tough to really say higher level skills matter more in higher level. I don't think that's necessarily true. It's different types of skills. So I think a skill in higher level that is not as much in lower level is being able to time your attacks. In higher level, it's harder because of, obviously, adaptability. In lower levels, it's not as hard because no one has adaptability, basically. So timing your hits in higher level is definitely harder than lower level, and that's a skill that you get more in higher level generally than in lower level. But in lower level, stamina management and being able to time your rolls, you get that skill much more in lower level than higher level. So it's like, it's a strange balance there, which I find interesting in the whole scheme of PvP. Yeah, I mean, it's cool that you go medium tier. I mean, I would say 200 is still low tier. I think like 300 and up is high tier. I'd say, 150 is definitely low tier, but 200 is pretty much low tier. Like, you could still lose to someone at 150 if you're 200. It's not that huge of a difference. But yeah, next up we have on YouTube's awesome work on these discussions for Dark Souls 2. I'm glad to have been part of some of them, and even though after I stopped playing Dark Souls 2 last summer, I'm satisfied that you continue to make the content entertaining. Let's hope for a great series of uploads for Dark Souls 3. Also, I was wondering, what console are you going to get Dark Souls 3 on? Well, if you haven't seen my videos already, I get it on PS4. That's right, PlayStation 4, unless some other people like to buy me it for Xbox One. But that's for right now, it's PS4. And that's what I'm doing the unprofessional playthroughs with. Next up, we have Joe Gargalak. I mostly play 150 PvP. I did have a high level for me to test things, though. Both do have their advantages, but I had a lot of fun building and min-maxing builds. One of the main reasons I stayed at low level was because matchmaking was faster for me and Scholar on the PC. I do agree that matchmaking is, especially if you go to the statues, Brotherhood of Blood, was much faster on low level. High level, you would get matched up with uneven people, lower level people, and that was, to me, it was not fun. But I do agree that it seemed like more people seem to be playing the lower level matches. So yeah, I do agree with that. Next up, we have legit games again. I didn't even realize, but thank you. There are pros and cons to both, but if I had to choose, it would probably be the lower level 150 PvP over the higher level 200 and up PvP. I say this because once your soul memory reaches a certain point, you could be a level 250 versus a level 450. That difference in levels is huge and very often creates an unequal playing field with a low level soul memory soul level. The PvP is more equal, being that the lower soul memory levels you are matched with people your same soul memory. You also don't have to worry about running into Havel mages with chaos blades as often when you are at lower level. Well, if you've read or looked at the other video, I sort of mentioned this Havel mage chaos whatever it's pretty damn rare. It doesn't really happen too often. So I mean, maybe that was earlier on in the game a problem because people just wanted to win, but later on when people were like, oh, actually I like playing the game. So that's exactly what happened. They like playing the game, so they use different things. That's just how things work sometimes. As far as the difference in levels, yeah, of course, there's always gonna be different levels, but that's what a gape ring is for, which is annoying, I know, and that's one of the cons of lower level PvP. Sort of having to keep your soul memory in check. Again, that should have really never been in the game. I understand where they wanted the concept, but maybe they didn't see the long run of the game. I don't know. Next up, we have the soup. Granny Soup Ladle is here for the last time on Dark Souls 2. Good points. The low level PvP is great from time to time. The thing is, I like to use heavy weapons most of the time, and not just heavy class weapons, but really heavy weapons that are upwards of 24 units in weight. These can be viable in low-level PvP, but are severely outclassed by dex builds. For instance, I have a level 120 longsword build that is more effective in PvP than my 200 Demons Great Hammer build. Spacing a character at sub 200 for a heavy weapon means sacrificing stamina, roll distance, iframes, defenses, health, and even damage, and sometimes a combination of these. When you are forced to make these sacrifices, many people choose dex or a caster build. Dex build, which I can understand completely. In high level, I love seeing how seeing someone with a Fume Ultra and Great Hammer doesn't make you think, yep, I got this one in the bag, because there is so much more you can do with these weapons when you have the stamina and enough health to risk throwing out a few baits. So basically, for me, high level is much more enjoyable. Variety is what gave the game its longevity, but seriously, try spacing for a Demon's Great Hammer at 150. The sacrifice is real. Exactly. I mean, I agree mostly with this. Like, you just don't get certain weapons in lower level. Like, and if you do, and you are a dex build or you have a quicker weapon, it's just a blowout. Like, I don't think I've seen anybody with like a great weapon, and I had, a bandit axe or something, even something slightly bigger like Curved Greatsword or something. I don't think I've seen anybody do even close to well at 150. Man, it's just one of those things you just don't see, and I do think that's bad. I think that is a definite knock against lower level. And last but not least, of course, this is obviously a shorter Dante's discussion answers video, but last but not least, really what sort of says it all, says really what Dark Souls 2 for me really meant and what it is. Septic Eye Sam says all PvP is good, and I can't agree with him anymore. It really is good. I love low level, I love high level, mid level, whatever level, level 1, Lord Relic's level 1. Like, I love it all. It's all fantastic. The game, obviously, I was playing it 2 years. The game is tremendous. I've sunk 1,000 hours into it, got all the weapons, played all the weapons, did a video for every single dumbass weapon, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed 99% of it. Obviously, there was like a 1% of some people from Brazil ruining my life, and some people from Australia, me hitting them, and then them hitting me 2 seconds later. Is like, okay, I just don't know how to play against that. I can't get used to it. But I hope you enjoyed this series. I do and would like to continue this series in Dark Souls 3. Of course, it's going to be a little bit until I beat the game, until I make all the videos, but hopefully that won't be too long, and I'll get into it, start doing the PvP thing, finding new areas, finding new places, finding new bosses, finding new friends. And I hope to see you there. So keep it locked on the Better TV. I hope you enjoy it. Tell all the people you can. I need all the support I can get. I would like to be able to do more and better content as much as I can, but, limited slightly by having to, actually work for money. That sucks, right? If I could do this all the time, full time, forever, that would be fun. It would be the best. But yeah, I appreciate everybody here. I want to do a lot more things in the future. I have so many ideas. It's just I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the capacity at a lot of the times, and that's a problem. But yeah, with these new consoles for Dark Souls 3, and obviously PC, you're always able to record, but you can record clips, and I would love to do top 10 clips of anything Dark Souls 3 related. I just would love to start a series of top 10, whatever, top 10 invasions, top 10 deaths, top 10 boss fights, top 10 whatever you can think of. Like, I just love seeing like amazing video game moments, and I want to put together videos of it. I doubt I'll be able to have all these moments myself, but I'll see what I can do. I'll do the best I can. So just tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will be back. Maybe, but not for Dark Souls 2. Wrecked.